You have to stay communicated and keep the doors of communication open with the IRS. If not, they take it as like you're just ignoring them,
right?
And they'll pursue whatever actions they need to pursue to get their funds if you owe.
Okay.
So a lot of times I get people that will come in and say, I haven't filed in 3 years, blah blah blah. So I just try to sit down with them and tell them, do it this way. We'll go back and do these years. If you owe, you can set up payment plans, installment plans, things like that. So I think the main reason, like I said, I wanted to get that information across to people that they're, don't be afraid of IRS. Okay. I wouldn't be scared of them unless I ignore them. If you ignore them, then you need to start thinking.
That's like the bill collectors, huh?
Yeah.
Don't ignore your bill collectors, people. Answer the phone. They might work something out with you.
Right.
The longer you run, the more they're going to come after you. But no, I can honestly say going through college, and of course everybody gets screwed up with credit cards.
Yeah.
And that was my downfall. But I can honestly say with meeting you, I've learned not to be afraid of the bill collectors. I've learned to answer the phone and work out payment plans. Or if it has been sent to collections, still call them, because sometimes they'll settle for a cheaper amount. So it's the point of not being afraid. And so I commend you for trying to take that voice of reason to your clients. Would you ever consider doing, like, if someone had a workshop, would you consider like going back to the community that way and do like a financial education class or things of that nature? Just not necessarily for all of the older people, but then you have your kids coming out of high school who's going into college, who's going to get those phone calls from the credit card people at 8 o'clock in the morning trying to sucker you into a credit card, and then that's how you fall into it.
Right. I think, hey, I've made mistakes, and it has been pretty, and it's still not pretty. Okay. But the key is, you have options, you have ways to correct it. The goal is to get it resolved and try to put it behind you, and then learn from that mistake and move forward. Okay. I wouldn't have any problems with either doing workshops or at least going to talk and help students out, because that's what I want to instill in my sons is show them the correct way to use credit. Okay. Credit can be used the correct way, it could be used the incorrect way.
Right.
It can help you get a lot of things, and it can help you get into a lot of trouble. So you got to use it wisely.
Right.
And just know exactly what you're getting into.
Right.
Because you got to know what the APR is, know what the rates are, know you got an introductory offer. Right. They say 6 months, no interest, and then all of a sudden you get a bill and it has finance charges on it. You're like, well, I thought they said it was an introductory.
Exactly.
You got to know the terms and everything like that. So just simple stuff. It may sound simple to some people, but some people they're like, well, what is that?
Exactly.
And that's the people I want to touch. Okay. I need to let them know what's going on.
Yeah, we've all had our credit card issues.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I've had my ups and downs with it, but it got to the point where, like you said, it can help you. Yeah. And it got to the point where my furnace went up. I needed heat. It was like, okay, Sears, I don't have $6,000 laying around.
Right.
But they approved me, so it's like, okay, I'm going to get my furnace put in. So it has its pros and cons. But the thing about it is, it's just like not having any experience for a job. If you don't have any credit, then they're not going to give you credit. But by the same token, you don't want to establish credit and start off at the wrong end. So how important, I guess it's very important to keep up on your credit score and your credit report and things of that nature. For those people who don't know, in the state of Maryland, you're entitled to one free credit report from each of the 3 agencies per year. Definitely request your credit report each year, go over it to make sure there aren't any false things on there. And if you need an accountant or a tax person to assist you with reading them, we have Wayne here of tnttaxes, or you can always look up someone else, but we would prefer you to start here with Wayne. So I guess we're going to do one more question, and I'm going to wrap it up because I don't want to keep you too long. I know you have tax stuff to get back to. My last question, not only, I know you have 2 kids, my beautiful children, But for them and for any other youth that's interested in starting their own business or just trying to figure out what they want to do in life, what is your advice to them to get started and to keep the momentum going?
I would say first, you have to research the field that you want to get into.
Okay.
And when I say research, I mean know something about what you want to get into.
Okay.
You know, my background is accounting. I pretty much started from just doing, like I said, friends and family.
Okay.
And then it got to the point where I said, I'm serious. 5 years ago, started TNT, and it's grown ever since. But in that time, I've tried to do things to enhance the business, do something new each year. It could be a small thing, new pens or new business card. I mean, it could be anything, flashlights, something to enhance,
right.
A different service, things like that. So I would say do your research in your field. You have to, live, eat, and drink it. I mean, you've got to be committed, 110, 120%. If you're serious about doing it, don't get into it just to say, I'm going to try to make this amount of money. I want to be super rich, because that wasn't my driving force when I started TNT. I think when you do something that you love to do, it comes natural, and then the reward is just natural also. Nothing is forced. I'm not forcing myself to do this. I'm not forcing it on anybody else. When I do my marketing, when I go out, I have my pins, I have my business cards. I might just see some people on the subway, ask them out. Construction site, hey, what's up, man? Tax season coming up,
Right.
So you got to beat the pavement.
Right.
I don't care what it is, whatever your business is. You might have some people doing your own marketing and things like that, but you have to be the main source of what's going on. You got to know everything that's going on in your business. Like I said, no matter how small or how big it is, when they see that business name, they need to know it's you.
Right.
You're representing its name. So that's what I would want to stress to young entrepreneurs, and never give up. Never let anybody say that you can't do it, because I'm still waiting for that moment to get into an office and have people come in, as opposed to the way I'm operating right now, which is nothing wrong with it, but I think if I had the time set aside where I was sitting down and I maybe had one other helper in there, and I would generate the business. So I'm just waiting on time.
Okay.
Not rushing.
So there you have it. Definitely I'll post information at the bottom of the interview. If you're looking for a new tax man, definitely check out Wayne Thomas of TNT Taxes. Once again, I am Luminous, and I want to leave you with this bit of information. So much peace, love, and light, and we'll see you again next month.